It's the first AIDS museum in the world.
It's a great place to come and learn about HIV/AIDS.
It's a celebration of life.
At that time, when people would be diagnosed, they were thrown into quarantine. Unfortunately, in some of our schools, children are being told this is like having diabetes, all you have to do is take a pill. Nothing could be further from the truth. As a long-term survivor of HIV and AIDS, besides the medications that I have to take to combat the HIV, there's other problems that come along. Part of it's from aging, a lot of it's from previous HIV medications and the HIV virus itself. I have to combat chronic wasting, HIV wasting. So there's a couple medications I have to take for that. I have to take heart medication because of a heart attack and stroke. I also have to take a pill to help me sleep because of the side effects from the medication. And there's 3 other medications that I take because of side effects from the HIV medications. Because the sooner you find out, number one, the less the side effects will be from the medication. And secondly, you don't want your immune system to become so compromised that the medications can't help.
When I first started taking medication, it was very disruptive to my body. I was working full-time in a restaurant anyway, so I was working 70 hours a week, and I had this new medication that was causing diarrhea and all these other side effects. And the medication itself was destroying my intestinal tract and my immune system. And I developed Kaposi sarcoma. Those medications, like I said, they were so disruptive, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. I would have horrific nightmares to the point that I would wake up screaming.
It's not the disease that kills people, it's having no hope.
Some individuals that, in their attempts to help educate about eliminating stigma, they don't touch on the reality of what medications do to you, what you have to go through the doctor's office, insurance, paying for medications, relationship. And I feel like we've gone to the other end of the spectrum where everybody was in a panic. Now everybody is too complacent and comfortable with, oh, there's meds out there, so I'll be all right. Just got to pop a pill, I'll be okay.
A weird thing that some say that now you only have to take a pill. Well, maybe that's right that you only have to take one pill, but the thing is, all the side effects and the other things that goes on, have had to have a hip replaced, and now I have to have the other hip replaced and a shoulder replaced. And that's because I've been on HIV meds for so many years that it has built up in my system and created blood clots that make the socket actually disintegrate. My HIV meds since 1996 have kept me alive, but there have been a lot of side effects. Just taking a pill is not the answer if you get HIV. So being cautious about everything, someone gets cut or what, wear gloves and use condoms. Use your head and protect yourself and whoever you're with.
I lived with that fear, not knowing. Though I felt good, I didn't know what was going to happen. Taking medications, all the side effects. I wanted to stop, but I couldn't because I said, well, let me try, take them just in case I do die. And here I am, probably 22 years later.
I got very comfortable. I was very peaceful about it and no big deal. I was okay with it. And then the clinical trials progressed and I started getting better. I hope that by participating in this, more people will be more open about their status, more people will get tested, and more people will get comfortable with the idea of taking medications every day, because it's really not that big of a deal.
If you're fortunate enough to get Medicaid, Medicare, and get your medications, now you have to deal with a snappy nurse or whatever, or over bogged down doctor that's not really hearing you, not hearing what your ailments are and giving you the proper medical care that you need.
The reason why I didn't take my meds in the beginning, like I had said, is my ex is in the military, and because of the don't ask, don't tell, and the pre-existing conditions within the insurance industry, I knew that it would be an issue when we transferred after 3 years, so I opted not to take them for both reasons, because I didn't want his career to be jeopardized within the military, and I didn't want to have a pre-existing where then I would not be able to afford my medications. So I waited until I got sick, and I had to start when I moved to Florida.